Hey everyone again. Sharon is still resting, and it gives me the opportunity to share some more things with you. I'm guided to do so. So, what I wish to share with you, this place that I'm staying in, Jerusalem, um, it is the nearest place, to my knowledge, to the original tomb of the Christ. I'll just turn the camera here. Let's see, how can I switch this around? Anyhow, I'll just show you. So the actual tomb of the Christ is just where I just showed you. It's about in a direct line from where I've been staying. I guess it's about, I'm saying 200 meters. However, on Google Earth it said about 150 meters. So it's I was guided here. I did not pick this place on my own to where I'm staying, where I had to stay. So I did not know that I was this close to the tomb. The garden tomb is what they call it, until afterwards. So again, I'm on a need to know basis, as all of us are, but it's always divinely assured that we are in the places where we need to be. Now, the significance of why I was in this place at this time, it does run very deep into the energetic template of, it had to be a new resurrection of I into these timelines, and part of that process was taking in what you may wish to say the 3 days of a darkness, which actually involved I transmuting much of the pain from the past, which I took into myself recently. My higher heart toroidal field, when I mentioned in a live, perhaps a week or 10 days ago, it was being prepared. So it was being energized fully for the dip that I had to descend into, so that I could come up and resurrect our new timelines, all of us together. So it was a process. It was just not I that undertook this massive purging. There were other masculine, divine masculine as well. And with this major purging, what was going on for the masculine to raise us up for this timeline was that the feminine was there, holding and standing in their power to support this mission, and to hold that important space while we dipped down, so that we could come back up to it. And it had to be done in this way because we are eradicating the patriarchal control in suppression of the feminine. These new ways goes forward 50-50. And this is also why it was so important Sharon was here with I in this now, to energetically play her role for the divine feminine, to integrate that. That's why it took both of us. I could not be physically here without the divine feminine, which Sharon represented. So you know what I'm saying without getting into too much detail with that. So also I look, I'll show you a picture of this because, again, everything is divine messages. But I was showing, if you can see, let's see, behind me, where is it? It's a legacy. It's Legacy Hotel, if you can see it. I'll try once more. So, and that is so important, and that is the message from Father as well, for all of us. That's why I'm sharing it, because we are the legacy that will be left behind for these timelines as well. We whenever we ascend to the higher forms, we are always ascending, and we have ascended. However, there is no ending to what we are and what we do. We exist for all time. So, we are ascending the timelines. We are ascending Gaia. It's all very real, and we have done it, and we are doing it, and we're not stopping with it. So again, everyone needed to be empowered for this time. All of your trials, your tribulations, your tests, everything was all tests to empower you further. And I know they were extensive tests. And when I was first awakened in the consciousness to who I was, it was a little bit easier when I was awakened, because I had direct contact to Father, direct guidance from Archangel Michael and the angelic realms, and any little tests at that time that I had to undergo as a soul, I was more so given the answers to it right at that time. And that made a difference for because many of you, weren't given that. You had extended periods of wondering, what was going on with you. And for every individual, it was different. And I know for some of you how challenging and difficult it was. However, you're forever impressive. You made it by doing this. And everyone's journey, if you wish to call it that, in the past, it was all unique and all different. We had to clear the energetic imprints to purify ourselves for this now, to own our divine power. You could not own your divine power if you ran away from any darkness, if you gave away your consent and your power, and if you did not stand up to them. You could not own your divine power, because you gave away your consent, and they could control you when you did that. So again, this is all part of being tested for these times, to stand fully in your power for what you are in your connection to Creator, and for what we all are together, the aspects of Creator, which we are. So great. I won't ramble on. Sometimes I get rambling, but yes, so the legacy is created. We are it. And so very beautifully, since I began speaking with Father, it was right nice and warm here. And when I started doing these lives, the temperature dropped, even though the sun is still out. But this is divinity. This is pure light and pure energy. And, from the human perception, pure light is cool, and it is cold, and it's part of this process, as we know. And when we integrate the higher aspects of ourselves, it is the cooling sensation, and many of you can identify with this when you get the shivers and your confirmations. And yeah, so divinity is cool. It is. And it's because it's a much purified energy, and it does affect the temperature. Anyhow, keep it short. I love you all. Woo! Have an amazing day. And hey, Daniela and Dreva Kelly, my beautiful friend. It's so good to see you back. And I thank you, Daniela, for the huge role that you took in the recent past. It was all divinely orchestrated to strengthen the others. And I thank you so much, and am so grateful for what you undertook. And what looked like a separation was not a separation at all. It had to be done to assist many, and you took that divine role to do it. So for that, I'm so grateful, and we're back in the times of unity, and everything everything is stronger as a result, and it had to be done. So there is never anyone to blame for anything. We're all acting here our divine roles, and it has to be this way because this is the divine plan. And this is the way that we also transmute the negative energetic imprint from the past by transmuting it into the love and the understanding of what actually occurred. Because for what we are, there is no bad. We do overcome all of that because it doesn't serve, but it's a process to do that, to reconcile it, to transmute the negative aspects and come to the place within one to know that there is much more transpiring at this time, and anything in the past, it was all just tests to get us here. So great. Okay, love you all, and thank you for having an amazing day and playing in these amazing times. We did it. Woo! Love you. Love and light.